Okay, so I am going to attempt to teach this from the board. I think your numbers are backwards. I cannot figure out a way to video with this without your numbers being backwards. I am sorry, but I'm sure you can figure that out. All right, so we're gonna match these with this. We've done this in class, right? So lollipop, what is that time signature? Lollipop, 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 lollipop. All right, that would be 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, lollipop. All right, what about blueberry, 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 blueberry? All right, that could either go under 3, 4 or 3, 8. So, because we're introducing 3, 8 this week, we're gonna put blueberry, if I can grab a hold of it, right here, underneath 3, 8, okay? What do you think the 8 at the bottom means? If the 4 means that we are doing quarter notes, we're counting quarter notes, there's 4 quarter notes in the measure, what do you think the 8 would mean? Would it make sense that there are 3/8 notes in the measure? Blueberry, blueberry. So we could put 3 blueberry. Whoops. There. Blueberry. Can't see that, can you? There. We could put 3 of the 8th notes underneath it. Blueberry, blueberry, right? All right, so let's go on. What about this one up here? Can't see it very well probably. You see it? That's a blueberry with bubblegum in his mouth. Ha! So this would be blueberry bubblegum, blueberry bubblegum. So where do you think this would be with our new time signatures? It would be under 6. Blueberry bubblegum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So once again, we're counting the 8th notes, right? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't have magnets on this. 5, 6. I'm gonna have to put magnets on those. But do you see how there are 6 of these? I'm having a hard time getting all this in. There are 6 of those in our blueberry bubble gum. Okay? All right, now, maybe backing this up a little bit, you can see a little bit more. There, I don't know if that's any good. All right, now, what are we going to do? Okay, we're going to make one measure of 3/8 time using only 8th notes. Okay, I'm going to move this up a little bit. I think you can see it better there. 3/8 time, and we're going to make one. Oh, we didn't finish. Let's do this. Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. Right, that would be the 2, 4. Watermelon, watermelon. That would be the 4, 4. Of course, we know that. All right, so everybody see it okay? So we're gonna take this 3, 4, and we're gonna make one measure using only 8th notes. All right, so like I did down here, we're gonna go 1, 2, and 3, right? Okay, now if we were to do a measure of 6, 8, right? Let's pull her here. We would do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had to make extras of these because I didn't have enough. So those are more 8th notes, all right? So one measure of 6/8 time is 6 8th notes, all right? Because we're counting 8th notes. Does it make sense so far? All right, now I want, let's see, if we were to make one measure of 3/8 time using our dotted quarter note, how many would that be? A 3/4 time. Actually, let's do 3/8 time, sorry. I think I have that 3/4 up there. I'm sorry. If that messed you up, it was supposed to be 3/8. So here's my 3/8. All right, one measure of 3/8 time using a dotted quarter note. Look at that. The dotted quarter note gets 3/8 notes, right? So there is our dotted quarter note. That takes the entire measure of 3/8. So 6/8 obviously would be two of these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So that's how that would fare. Now let's do different combinations. Let's do one measure of 3/8 time quarter note. So that is 2/8 notes, right? So what am I going to need to add on to that to have it equal a 3/8? Right, another 8th note, right? So 1, 2, 3, right? Now the 6/8, let's do combination of this. That is 1, 2, 3, and we can do 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could switch it around. You hear my puppies running? Could switch it around to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, right? So there's different combinations that we can do for 3/8 and 6/8 to come up with 3 beats in each measure using 8 notes. All right, so those are a couple of examples. One thing I want you to realize is that 6/8 kind of feels like 2 measures of 3/8. All right, we call it a duple meter. That means you would have 2 different feelings in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this would be a duple measure because it kind of feels like it would be 2 measures of 3, okay? So hopefully that is a good example for you. Actually, let me pull out some rests here too. I thought I had some 8th rest in there, but I don't see any. But we could use this one. We could go 1, 2, 3, correct? So we could change that to a quarter rest. We could change this to a quarter rest too. Okay? So that gives you some different examples. All right, we could change this to an 8th rest if I had one. I don't have one, so I thought I did. Need to look into that. But otherwise, there is your lesson for our 3/8 and 6/8, okay? Just remember that the 8 below means that we're counting 8 notes, just like the 4 below here means that you're counting quarter notes. All right? Hope that made sense.